Traders Pulse for January 21st, 2026. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike, the Tradernator Christensen, co-founder and CSO of Traders Pulse. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as Traders Pulse, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, Traders Pulse has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan account for first-time subscribers. The Japanese bond market has it in for us, Mike. It decided, hey, we're going to skyrocket these yields. What did it actually get to? It got up to 2.38 on the 10-year. And it has been going up for the last few years, but oh my God, the last little bit here was pretty spiky, to the point where Scott Besson comes out and says, hey, Japan, got to get your bond market in gear here. You're tanking yields you're tanking bonds all over the world, which is showing up in the stock market. Has to be serious if you have the Treasury Secretary coming out and saying that sort of thing publicly. But the morning rally that we're seeing right now, the recovery from the overnight, makes me think, hey, maybe there's some intervention happening in the Japanese bond market that's causing a relief rally in all kinds of assets, NASDAQ and Bitcoin included.
Well, it's certainly causing an interesting pre-market rally here. It looks like we're going to gap up about 90 points or almost 0.4%. Not a massive opening gap here, especially with how big the sell-off was yesterday. But exciting to see. There could be a little bit of a pullback from the open. I'm expecting maybe to 160, possibly even all the way back to support here at 85. And if that's the case, I'll take a short-term short and then maybe turn around and head long.
I'm in a dilemma right now. I'm long, and I sort of want to close my position now at the weekly VWAP.
Yeah, we're almost up against it right now, aren't we?
Yeah, but the daily unmitigated level that I have here is at 25,300. And if it breaks that, well, I mean, it could recover drastically, like we've seen on January 15th, when it went from a low of 25.4 all the way up to 25.9.
Right.
That's totally possible. And I want to be there for that. So I'm sort of like, let me just leave the position on and see what happens.
Are you in a position to be able to manage the risk that way?
Yeah, I mean, I have my stop loss at break even, so one way or another. The question is more, do I want to capture profit now or let it ride? And I'm a let it ride kind of guy.
Yeah, I think that's been my one improvement this year, and part of last year is really hanging on to my winners longer. So if you're in a good spot, hang on to it. A few minutes to the open. It looks like price is retracing just a little bit here from that 257 level.
Yeah, which is right near weekly VWAP.
There's a fairly large sell wall at 270. So even if we rally further, looks like there's a bit of sellers there. Looks like 270 is right in line with weekly VWAP as well. Buyers just showed up at 175.
Oh, and the pullback.
Things never just go up all at once, right?
Well, they do if I'm not in the trade. All right, 2 minutes till open. 1 minute, 30 seconds. All right, is there any news today?
No news that I'm aware of. We had some earnings come out this morning. Somewhat disappointing earnings from Johnson & Johnson, Charles Schwab. Prologis actually posted some pretty good earnings. And then tomorrow we'll have Procter & Gamble, Intel, Abbott, and Capital One. A couple big names there. GE Aerospace as well. Friday, not any huge names there, but from what I can see, tomorrow is the big day. 6:30 we'll have, or sorry, 8:30 Eastern we'll have our GDP growth rate before the market opens, and then we'll get core PCE data. Almost a wick right off of that weekly VWAP. It didn't quite touch it. Buyers are still hanging out at 175. Shoot, I gotta close this again. Too bright.
Oh wait, isn't Trump supposed to come out and do a speech today? Davos? Yeah, 8:30. Let me see. I think it was today.
All right, there's the open. We actually opened with no gap because of that sell-off there from pre-open.
Oh, damn, I just got stopped out. Why did I set my stop there? I'm right at VWAP.
I've been there. Why did I stop there?
All right, I'm going to try long Bitcoin futures.
Are you going Bitcoin? Nice.
Yeah, I'm nervous about doing. I have a scalping strategy that's active right now, and I don't want to do two things at once in the same asset. But I really want to be long. No, let's just do Bitcoin.
All right. Fairly tame open. I mean, lots of price range here, but ATR isn't insane this morning. We got VIX still coming in at 18.5. Give it a few minutes to keep an eye on things. It's starting to that wick off the weekly VWAP makes me think we're probably going to push down like we expected, back down to 25, and then maybe rally from there.
I was very happy. My scalping strategy took two great trades last night. It shorted NASDAQ in the overnight and then went long exactly when I guess I should have gone long. My strategy did it on its own, and it was fantastic. $243 on that one.
Nice work. And then you got your payout too.
I got my payout. Now I know for sure 100% it works straight through to my account.
I feel like we need to share this in our blog on Topstep, that going the Project X route gives you the ability to trade as a Canadian in prop firms, because the rest are all on platforms that won't support you, right?
That's right. And frankly, up until the moment I got the actual money, I was 50-50 whether it was going to work.
Going to happen.
Yeah. Even though I saw people online saying, "Oh, it worked," I go, "Okay, sure."
Congrats, though. I mean, you are in the elite of elite that has made it to a payment there, Tom.
Top 7% on Topstep.
Yep.
But now only half of those people ever make it to a second payout. So that's the next milestone.
The odds get harder from here. Yep. Yeah,
I gotta say, I've learned quite a bit from the guests on Price Action Live.
70 and 140. All right, that initial pre-market rally seems to have dissipated. The buyers that were at 175 have pulled back to 150 now. The books are looking thin too. Like, this is not a big price action day. A lot of sellers are at 250 now.
Actually, I saw some people talking online about how thin it was. Is this like unusually thin? Like, why would it be thin?
I haven't been in Bookmap for long enough to tell you, like, anecdotally, whether this looks, unusually thin. But on the days where we've seen really good price action, I usually see about 16 to 25 contracts at each price point. Today, it's like 5, 8, 4. There's not a lot of resting orders here, which indicates to me that the books seem less crowded, which can obviously cause price to jump all over the place if there's not a lot of orders on the other side of your trade.
Right.
And as a result, we're seeing price jump all over the place here in 5-point moves, 10-point moves. Look at that right there. All right, a few minutes to the open, and we've crossed over VWAP a couple of times now.
I hate sometimes on Topstep, the chart that you're on, the order panel doesn't change to that asset. And so you can actually accidentally purchase the wrong the wrong asset. Don't like that. What is happening with MQ?
Point of control now at 172, excuse me. Buyers are still resting at 150. Sellers have moved down to 200.
Let's see. Good morning, I'm the Cloth. And good morning, Jarmo. Thanks for being here. And yes, congrats to me. Very happy about that.
Woo! More cowbell.
Peter calls me and he goes, "So, are you excited?" I don't know.
He goes, "So, when are you taking us out to dinner?"
Well, this is not looking good. Whenever the rally happens, like from what was it, 8 o'clock in the morning up, and all we recovered was the sell-off in the overnight, that always worries me because I go, okay, that's just a position that got covered, and the direction actually hasn't been set.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's a little choppy.
All right, Spot Gamma, what are you telling me today? Flat. All right. We're right at the put wall, so support below where we are. Expect some chop. I guess it could go to the downside.
You guys bullish or bearish this morning? Looks like the bulls wanted it. So we're back over VWAP again. Could we rally back to weekly VWAP here at 274?
I mean, I'm not seeing any push here. It's a bounce exactly where we would expect, right at overnight VWAP. I'm inclined to be bullish.
Me too.
All right, what do we got?
What's up, Aventura? All right, we actually going to get a move this morning, or is it going to be another one of these ridiculous choppy opens?
Yeah. What ended up? Oh, yesterday the move ended up happening at 10, right?
Much later in the morning. And then we had a nice, strong trend signal.
Yeah. So that's what that's what I have to focus on. Scalp in the morning and then trend from 10 or 12. Yeah, 12 o'clock yesterday was exactly.
Trend from 10. Yeah, still a little noisy on the books.
Yeah, NASDAQ's in neutral on the 1, on the 5, on the 15. So, does not look good. What's silver doing? Silver is sideways. Bitcoin is sideways. All right, sideways everywhere.
Sideways everywhere. Choppy price action. Back below VWAP again.
Oh, the midnight VWAP is bearish. All right, we're below.
This is getting annoying. Choose a side.
Yeah. Chilling at work, Avi says. Good. Love hearing it. If I could just get a signal on the 2-hour, give me a long, give me a short, I'll take it. Alrighty.
Okay, let me pull this out of the way.
One minute away from the dead zone.
Yeah, the buyers that were at 125 have now disappeared. We're back to this like weird thin area.
Well, I guess I got to go with the short then. If that's what's been happening.
There's an opening candle below VWAP now. No, it's about to wick on VWAP again.
All right, so no decision. Can't trade this. Not going to give all that back to the market. No, thank you. I've started seeing. I like the whole tilt analogy being like a drink, but I also like seeing it as a monster that I have to invite in before it can come in.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing here, Tom? This is driving me nuts.
I got neutral everywhere, so I can't take any decision.
All right.
Even if we went up to 25.3, I would still be dubious.
Each time we post a new high for the session, it reverses and goes the other way. New low, we go reverse and go the other way. So what are we doing here, guys?
$18 million negative gamma, so basically nothing. All right, well, I guess got a coin flip. And what direction do I actually want to be in? Well, what I want to be in is in a short. I always want to be in a short.
I'd like to be there too, but we can't get a direction here. All right, opening candle above VWAP now.
All right, 45 seconds for the close of this 15-minute candle.
This is a choppy open. Hope you guys aren't getting eaten up here around this. Indecisive candle. Let's see where we go at the 27 mark. 195 seems to be an important level here, though. It's had some candle bodies right at this level 3 times now for the last 45 minutes.
Yeah, this is mostly where the price was in the overnight.
Right. Okay.
I want to be short. I'm inclined to be long because we're so close to a unmitigated VWAP level at 25,300. And I sort of want to be short from that number. I don't want to be short from here.
Max drawdown hit. Sorry to hear that, Aventura. It's choppy. 1 long, 1 small win. Nice.
All right, 1 minute into the 15-minute candle.
We got a full candle close above VWAP finally. I see some sellers at 250. Not a lot of momentum on the buy side. And again, the books are just like oddly thin.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going for a short here. So we'll leave it on. See
All right, we're in opposite directions. I'm long above VWAP here.
You're long.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fairly even on the books at these price points here, closer to the last price. And then it looks like sellers have started to push down to 220, and they're still hanging out at 230 as well. 250, there's about 53 contracts.
Stopped out. All right, I guess maybe we do make it to 25.3.
The sellers at 230 have now pushed back to 240. Okay, can we get somewhere now? Are we going long? $240 sellers have now moved to 250.
I got stopped out of my MNQ short, so I'm just going to let that go.
Okay.
Until 10 or 12.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting to lift the bid now. Or lift the offer, excuse me. More buyers showing up at 210 now. Okay, how are we looking on the 5 and 15? Not quite overbought yet. Still a nice engulfing candle on the 2-hour. We're going to be testing some levels here as we move upward. I see 280 being important and roughly 300 being really important as well.
Yeah, definitely 300.
That's assuming we can get past that 280 weekly VWAP.
The Bitcoin story on the internet is so sad.
What's going on
Because
there?
at least if Bitcoin was doing poorly, but also gold and silver were doing poorly, people would be like, okay, well, everything's doing bad. But
Right.
the people making the rounds now, well, I'm up 100% on gold, and you're down 20% on Bitcoin. People are just like getting kicked right in the Nancy Kerrigans.
Right in the Nancy Kerrigan. Yeah, I think the main thing I saw circulating yesterday on Twitter was really about how some theories are that it's the quantum day or Q day threat to Bitcoin that is the biggest concern.
Right.
There obviously is no quantum computing threat to gold or silver or precious metals, but if they don't fix the the underlying architecture of Bitcoin to account for post quantum standards, then it's obviously under a real threat to quantum computing breaks. And obviously, traditional banking systems have already started to move in that direction of being post quantum. So I get that argument. That actually makes sense. It is one of those things where, if at any moment on Q Day we're able to unlock Bitcoin wallets, then that's a big deal.
So, like, the banking infrastructure has cleaned up so that your PIN passwords and
That's my
because
understanding, is that AWS and a lot of these main traditional firms, I'm not a security expert, so I can't speak to this intelligently yet, but that a lot of the traditional piping of the system has started to move towards protecting itself from a Q-day potential, but Bitcoin hasn't.
I mean, the convergence between quantum AI and robotics. We are in a sci-fi. We're in all the sci-fi pre-apocalypse stories. Like when you go through all the pamphlets and stuff of what happened in the early days,
Mm-hmm.
it's all what we're hearing about now.
Yeah.
It's both exciting and no, it's just exciting. I just like it all.
It's always funny to me. I realized this as a kid as I watched shows about the future and started to watch the future unfold as I got older and older. I always looked back and realized, man, the future is never what we think it's going to be. It's always different. You think of the Jetsons and flying cars and stuff like that. There was like there were movies I watched in the 80s that had predicted what the year 2000 was going to look like. And I'm like, you guys were so far off.
That's right.
So who knows? It's always interesting to see how the future actually plays out. All right, there's the weekly VWAP wick.
So you take profits now.
Maybe I'm watching buyers here.
Nice move you got up there.
Yep, so far about 450. Decent on that account. All right, we pushed past it. Sellers have pulled back. They're now at 300. I'm gonna wait this bar out, and I want to see if we can close above the weekly VWAP here, because that's a big move right there.
Yeah.
Yep, still long here on the cloth. We got my screen shared here. You can see I'm in by 4 contracts, 4 micros.
Well done, by the way.
Thank you. It took some reversing back and forth there. I honestly should have waited it out. I didn't do a good job listening to my indicator about the full VWAP close. If I had waited until that last trade there, I would have avoided the initial loss for the morning.
I see. All right, there's the expected resistance at that level.
Yeah, a little bit of a war here. I see the back and forth. Buyers are still pushing the price up, and the sellers are still maintaining at 300. There's about 6 to 7 orders at each price point here. Again, kind of thin, and so momentum changes fast.
We're 5 minutes away from the 10 o'clock candle.
Ugh, I don't want to get out.
I know that feeling.
I really don't. We're still in the regression trend. We're still above the AEMA. We haven't closed above or below this weekly VWAP yet. I really want to wait this out. But with how thin the books are, it just feels like it could just flash down all of a sudden, and I lose a lot of my profit here. This is always the tough part of trading, is sitting on your damn hands.
Mm-hmm.
Sellers are still at 300. More contracts are building. I'm going to cancel that take profit. Okay, I seem to have managed a good position here. Up 600 now. Where can it go? All right, we're on the other side of the regression trend on the 2-hour chart, so I'm increasingly getting a little more worried. We're almost at that 300 point. Sellers are still maintaining with 65 contracts.
Where's your stop? You have to manually trigger it?
I'm going to manually trigger it, yeah.
So what if it does flash?
Then I get out. I'll take as much as I can.
Sure.
I don't want to sell too early. I want to see where this candle closes and if we can push above.
Right. Well, the dollar's in your favor.
All right, the buyers are starting to eat into the 300.
Well, I should have been in my long. There's still room here. Well, I'm long 2 contracts for micro Bitcoin futures. I'm trying to get to 91.78. We'll see. 91.780. Oop. Did I drop out or did Michael?
Sorry, guys. I lost internet connection, and I'm trying to do this from my phone now.
Oh, no problem.
That's nerve-wracking. You're like at the critical moment and you lose internet. Jesus. Ugh. You guys want to see me get emotional? That's what's going to make me emotional.
No.
Good Lord.
Well, you have 2 monitors, so one of them could get smashed.
And I'm still okay. All right, up 846. Still waiting this out. That's a clean close above the weekly VWAP here. This is promising now.
Yeah, it really is. That's
right up against the regression trend. Let's see if we can break this now. Look how big that candle is on the 2-hour.
Yeah.
It's a 285 point candle.
That's right. But that candle finishes in 1 minute and 50 seconds. So that's always that story's done and the next one starts.
Yeah, if we're about, I mean, it's all fractal. So this is following the same story as my regression trend strategy on the lower time frames. We are engulfing and breaking out of this regression trend. It may retrace a little bit afterwards, but this could be the formation of a new trend.
So how much of a the $1 million question, how much of a pullback would you be able to suffer before you close the position?
Oh, that's the tough part. This is an incredibly strong trend here. I'm really just going to have to keep watching Bookmap here. The sellers have pulled back to about 340 and 345 right now, and the imbalance is fairly large. We're talking about 16 contracts on the bid side versus 63 on the ask. So I just really need to watch how hard it's going to be for buyers to continue from here and just take profits. I think I'm just going to go for it. As usual, it's usually pretty early for me. Still trying to get a little bit better, but that was a decent move, so I'm going to take it.
I mean, Real decent move. Got it.
Now, if I happen to get top candle on that, then wow.
What if we rallied at 25,730 and you just, oh my god.
I mean, there's another opportunity to get back in. It's later in the session, but I could always wait for a VWAP bounce.
Right. Well, you take your wins, man.
Yep.
That's a win.
Not bad. That pulled me out of my little hole from the morning and up a couple $100 across the accounts for the day. Not too bad.
Great. So I got to figure out this, if I can, because I'm running an automated strategy on MNQ in an eval, and I was worried that if I was trading it in another account, that I would have a problem. I don't know if I can, so I should reach out to Topstep and figure that out.
To do a funded account and an eval account at the same time?
Well, what if I'm long in one and short in the other for the
Yeah,
same asset? You can't do
Even
that.
if it's funded versus eval.
Yeah, don't want to risk that.
So you'll want to make sure they're both trading the same direction.
Yeah, and I can't. So that's why I have to trade Bitcoin this morning, even though I wanted to be long NASDAQ. And I was like, oh, I'll just turn off my scalping strategy while I'm manually trading. But that scalping strategy did, the last 9 trades, 8 of them are profitable. So I was like, well, what am I doing? I'm going to turn off the thing that's working to rely on me? No, thank you.
Yeah,
all right.
All right. Well, it looks like a little bit of a war here. The sell side is still holding strong at 70 contracts at 342. So they want to keep the wall here, and I see some resistance here as well. I feel pretty good about having gotten out there, but we've seen it before where I do that and then it pops another 100 points. That's always fun.
But a win's a win. A win's a win. What you don't want to do is give anything back.
No, that's true.
like not following your rules.
That's right.
All right, we're 637 million positive gamma, so it lends itself to some chop. We have a hedge wall up here.
Yeah, that was a new high there.
Yeah, well, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. We've got this R1 line to get past as well at 417.
Well, if you did one micro, that's one thing, but just
all the accounts
wanted to be in it.
One micro, with exception of one of the accounts.
So
I see. All the other ones were just one micro anyway.
Weren't you in on this one four contracts?
That was the one account that I have a larger size on because there's more drawdown in it. Yeah,
got it.
I size by drawdown, so depending on the drawdown of the account, most of them are in one contract right now, except for one account that's 2 contracts at a time.
I see.
Because the drawdown is 2,800 on that account.
So I guess I should say one leg.
One leg.
Wait for a pullback to like.
Yeah, but this does not look like the right place to be long. This looks like the right place to short and ride this reversal.
Hey, now you're thinking like Tom. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
And there it is. So there could be a short-term reversal here that pushes us back to retest weekly VWAP at 275. And as I look at the books, interestingly, there's no buyers hanging out at 275. They're mostly at 295 and 305.
Are you able to check Bitcoin futures on Bit? Or do you have to subscribe to that?
Nope, I've got it. Yeah, it's all part of my data package. Let me pull up BTC.
MBT. Oh, sorry, the MBT.
If you want MBT?
Yeah.
I usually look at the larger mini contracts for a good sense of institutional flow. But I can do MBT. It's the F6 contract, right? Isn't that the next one? Yeah, F6. Yeah, honestly, Aventura, we've been noticing that a lot over the last like 4 or 5 months. It seems like the mornings are sometimes really choppy, and then the real trend starts to show up after 10 a.m. Eastern. So what do you want to see here, Tom? I see the bid ask is actually really tight, and orders are honestly, the movement in price here on Bitcoin futures is very different than in Q.
I see.
There's a constant movement around the bid ask of roughly 100 orders on either side. I don't see any imbalance. It looks fairly equal on both sides.
Got it. And there's no big resting orders at any particular price levels.
No, it's like it's moving with the bid ask immediately. So there's obviously a lot of market makers that are just constantly moving around the price. And I know stat arb is a really big game in crypto because the markets are more inefficient than the traditional markets. So I'm seeing instant cancellations and changes and movement around the bid ask. It's really hard to tell where the levels are. They don't rest on it doesn't look like it rests on the books the same way that it does on NQ.
I understand. Okay, that's good to know.
Which is honestly fascinating. I feel like I should study a lot more of this because the way price is moving in crypto is just, at least these regulated futures contracts, is just different. It's honestly surprising. It makes me think that it moves very similarly to the actual crypto exchanges themselves. It's surprising to see this much cancellation and movement of price in a regulated futures contract.
All right. So how do you feel about leaving it there for today?
I think this looks good. We're up for the day. You've got a payout. I'm working towards mine. May as well call it. Let's get back to work and get some other stuff done.
That's right. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for even more trading. Love to see you guys there. Thank you so much for everyone to be being in the chat today. We always appreciate your presence. All right, have a good day, folks, and happy trading.
Cheers, everybody.